Ready?
Yeah, awesome.
Welcome to Divorce Diaries Show podcast. My name is Michelle Traina, the creator of Divorce Diaries, and I'm here with two of my favorite comics, Stone and Stone, Todd Stone, Adam Stone. Hello, welcome.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
We're happy.
We are so excited to be here.
I love you guys. I think you guys are so funny, and I know that we met. You
we
guys
love
are.
You too.
I met you guys doing a random Hoboken show, right?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, and upstairs it was like
it was like a shoe store, like a running store, right?
Yeah.
That thing was so bizarre, but yet it worked out, you know?
It worked out because I met the two of you and I'm like, they're really funny. And then I looked you up. I'm like, oh, they've done a lot of stuff. They're really nice. You were very approachable. And I felt like, yeah, that was a big thing.
Well, same for you. And were you doing,
were you
doing your kicks or something? I think so. I don't know, but it was very impressive.
I was doing, that's always my go-to move. A, because I'm nervous, and B, because I'm a dancer.
Yes.
Or I was a dancer. I guess I don't know if I'm allowed to call myself a dancer anymore since I don't get paid for it.
Yes, you can.
You're a dancer.
You are totally a dancer. I've seen those. Your Instagram posts are great.
Wow. Yes. We hurt yourself.
Not like you broke your back, but like it was, I think.
And so we also connected though, because you guys, I feel like, so you have a TV series, a TV concept, a pilot that won festival awards that, we're going to talk about it, but you guys also were giving me advice because you had done I feel like you really helped me with my process because
I hope so. Thank you, Michelle.
You did. I did the route that you told me that you said we did the Indiegogo, we did the GoFundMe.
Yeah,
great.
Tell me about what's going on with the name of your series and what is the latest and where you're planning to go with everything and what's going on.
Well, thank you. It's called Going Both Ways.
Going Both Ways. Look it up.
It's based on our truth, our story.
True life story of me and Adam going to bisexual sex parties. And no, I'm kidding. No, sorry about that.
You're not allowed to do that.
Sorry about that. Is this like a PG-13 show or something?
This is for kids only.
Have you seen my show?
I'm kidding.
No. It basically, I came out of the closet, and sorry, I'm just trying. Like how many years ago was it now, Adam? It's been a while, right? It was like. I mean, listen, there was
but we keep saying that it's fresh and new because it's more exciting.
I went on a date with a guy who said there are multiple coming outs. Seriously. It's deep. Like, this is kind of deep. It's like, it's not just saying I'm gay. It's like then feeling kind of comfortable with it. It's like there are a series of that. Anyway, so it's a long story, but basically I came out to the world like, what was it? When I was like 30, 31, 32, 31, let's say 31.
Like that, maybe,
and
33.
And I'm now 39. So it's been a while, but we thought it would be interesting to kind of capture our dynamic. Adam and I are so close. We always have been, we always will be. And it was, it's just kind of interesting. Identical twins who are so close in so many ways, but different in others.
And leading kind of these different lifestyles now, where one has a family and
in suburbia,
and Todd being in the city and single and just coming out. So check it out. Going Both Ways, and it's goingbothwaysshow.com. And we kind of released it during COVID. We got some festival attention, and we're always trying to expand upon it. We did do an Indiegogo. We raised some good money for it, and it was made by a lot of good friends of mine who I met while working at True TV. Yes.
Well, I love that.
Can I show you a picture of something? 1 second.
Yeah, but the audience won't be able to see the picture though, Todd.
Oh, that's true.
No, they can. I'm going to put this on my YouTube if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, yes, it's very okay.
Oh, 1 second.
Yes, it is okay, but I'm vain now. Look, I was in the shadow. See, I'm a person.
There you go.
Listen, I'm a person in the light.
Oh,
good.
I
This is a photo. I hope there's not too much glare.
There's a little glare.
That's a photo. Can you see that, Michelle?
Yeah, I can see it.
That is of our we had a launch party once to get it going, and this is the entire team of people who made this possible.
Beautiful.
So we have our producer, our director, our videographer, and really, really great people. And it's honestly, it's one of my the accomplishments I'm most proud of. So
I'm very proud of it too, Todd.
Yeah.
And I'm moving.
Honestly, onwards and upwards. It's like either if it's this concept that takes off, we've got other things cooking and other ideas.
Or if I have to come out and pretend I'm gay, whatever it takes.
Listen, if I have to become transgendered, whatever it is,
we can do anything. We'll change genders, races, whatever.
I will be a freaking unicorn at this point. I know.
Exactly.
I have
whatever it takes.
I leave this at my bedside from Brightside Film Festival.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I think it lost a piece at one point, but that's okay. I still hold on to it. And so I have to say, though, I agree with the film. When you guys told me what your process was, remember when I asked during the quarantine? So I'm like, I really want to start making this TV series. And I just was like, you know what? I got to write the script. I got to fundraise. And then when you make it, you're a filmmaker.
Yes.
Alexa, exactly.
Alexa, stop. Sorry.
That's why.
But like, I think that why I connected to your story too is because there's a little bit of chaos in it, and there's chaos in
yes,
and I
think chaos,
comedy and chaos goes hand in
hand. Life is chaos, but also it's beautiful and
it's organized chaos, and it's managing it and moving forward and just do it. All those things.
And so,
by the way, Adam, you look great, and that lighting, you're right.
I look great. Now I look great. It's all about the lighting. All about the lighting.
I have to say, like, and so I've watched I've watched it on the website. Because did you take the pilot and chop it up a little bit, or there was more episodes? More episodes.
Question. It hadn't gone through series of originally like it was a pilot. Then we chopped it up, but then they were their own distinct pieces.
I love it. That's what I thought. No, because I did a while ago. I watched it. I was like, oh, I see what they did, because I've been trying to figure out what to do with the pilot.
Yeah. No, I know it's a crazy business.
What do you do? So
yes, but you try your best, and that's all you can do.
Well, you can always. I mean, I think you just expand upon the idea. Like we're looking. I finally found a producer that fit with me, and we wrote 6 episodes. Now we're pitching to investors because
excellent.
Right, but it's like even celebrities are like, why me? But like, I don't give a shit. I'm fucking gonna do it. You know?
Exactly, and you just do it.
I mean. You just do it. And as I don't know what you were saying about even celebrities, but I thought where you might have been going is that even celebrities have to be entrepreneurial. Like it's not just they need to produce shit and bring stuff to their agent and be like, hey, I'm working on this. Can you try to get this?
Right. Well, because they have difficulty getting their own series. So I feel like that imposter syndrome of like, why the fuck do you think you can if you're not even barely getting spots in New York City? But my journey.
Oh, screw that.
I know. I feel like that's why I connect with you guys, because I feel like I sometimes, even when I'm in New York, I'm right outside New York City, but like I'm in Jersey, but like my shows are on the road, and I can function better that way because of my childcare, being a single parent. It's harder for me to go wait in the clubs.
Of course.
And then you get like I get this and we maybe can delve into the little realm here now of like divorce and like dating that connect to this theme now in my brain of like self-worth, where like I look at other comics on social media, I'm like, oh my God, they literally jumped 100K subscribers in 2 years. I jumped 1,000. What is wrong with me? You think
you can go into that world. I mean, yes, I think like that sometimes, but I just try to be positive and just keep going. And also though, there is, I don't know, maybe people are doing different things. I don't know. People could buy followers or bots or stuff, but if it's clearly organic and you can tell, and they've got a lot of likes, and then just.
And I saw an organic. I was like, this is definitely organic. Like they're getting really better, and I'm proud of that. Or like I'm happy for them, but I'm also like, God, I suck. And then
no. See, that's where you got to change it. No, you got to change it from not God, I suck, to like, God, they suck. Screw them. I hate them. You know, that's the confidence. No, seriously, that's why I hate.
Like one day they're going to lose all their followers, and it's all going to come
and
down
all their hair. Yes, no, that's why I tell people, like, it's like, you know, when someone's really annoying, and then people are like, oh, I could kill myself. It's like, no, kill them. don't kill yourself. It's like, I don't like this.
It's the wrong mindset.
It's the mindset is
wrong.
Don't let anyone pierce your armor. You know?
Yeah.
So that's a
Adam,
good
I
point.
love that.
Yes.
Don't let anyone pierce your armor. So I've been divorced for 7 years, and you guys have a connection to. Sorry,
I didn't hear it.
So your world in the world of divorce is you have a parent. Your parents are divorced.
Yes.
Okay. And
they've been divorced for about 7. More than that, about 7 years.
Basically, it's when they found out that Todd was gay, they immediately got divorced.
That's what
I'm joking. I'm joking. It has nothing to do with anything.
He's totally kidding.
Right. His being gay, why would that affect?
No, it has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Just a joke, everyone. Sorry, what?
No, are you and you're Jewish, right? We were
yes.
talking about this.
Both of us. Both of us. Both.
Yeah. Both of you are Jewish. You're raised Jewish, right? Born and raised Jewish. I was born and raised Italian Catholic. Yeah. I've been on this spiritual journey. I was very curious about Judaism. I have a friend who's a divorced rabbi. He's got a brand.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Super sexy too, by the way, but we'll get into that. I know.
Does he go both ways for Todd, maybe?
You know what? He doesn't, but he's very he's sex positive. Do you know? Like, I don't know what that. I didn't know what that was.
I've heard that term, sex positive. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, sex positive.
And what does that mean?
I've heard of that term. Well, you explain what it means. I'll explain what I think it means. But
it means he's open. He's open to, and he himself is a heterosexual male, but he's open and welcomes everybody of whatever gender, sexuality. Like, he's very accepting.
Cool.
That's what he told me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. My understanding is the same kind of thing. It's like, it's the idea of not thinking of sex as shameful or something we shouldn't be talking about, or but rather it's like, enjoy it, like it's something that's part of a life,
which I liked because I thought it was sexy that a rabbi and me.
That is pretty sexy. That's pretty sexy. You're right. You think of a rabbi as being like, or a priest as being,
but no, like I don't know if we're ready yet to talk about that encounter you had with some schmuck, but like maybe that's later.
That's a Yiddish word, right?
So that's what the rabbi told. So he's actually a friend of mine now. He came to my show in LA, the divorce rabbi, and he said to me,
"Oh, cool."
I said, "What's a Yiddish or Hebrew term to label this next podcast about him?" He's like, "Schmuck." I was like, "Oh,
that's
okay."
hysterical. That's
He's like,
fun.
"Schmuck." He's like, "Tell the schmuck that he shouldn't have given." What did he sent me this message this morning? We're gonna backtrack in a second and get to the new guy, but he says to me, because him and I like flirt now, because he's like, when you were in LA, I would have totally, and I was like,
yeah.
He said, "Your tits looked great in the last dance video. You be a schmuck to pass them up."
Nice. Hey, a little flirting.
Nice.
Between some
nice. So he's a friend, right? He's not.
He's a friend. He lives in LA, so like I can't. Sweetheart.
Yeah.
And I actually, so going into that realm of like self-worth and your comedy, and then when your personal life, divorce is a journey for everybody. But like, now your parents you were grown when they got divorced.
We were very grown. They got divorced after 39 years of marriage.
Yes.
So,
it's never too late.
Yeah.
Never too late. So, did you
ever feel tension with them, or just it was like they were like, we're done?
Well, no. So here, I'll jump into somewhat. So listen, they had at least they had a marriage that had its ups and downs, and I think one thing they had a number of things in common, but I think one of them, and this is really lovely and beautiful, is that they both loved us immensely, and we all had a lot of fun together. So like the four of us would have such fun times together.
Yeah.
And like on Friday nights, and this actually isn't, in some ways it's Jewish, in some ways it's not at all. In hindsight, so what's traditional, if you're observant, you spend Friday night, at home for a Shabbat dinner.
Yeah.
So like do that. We didn't grow up very observant at all. So like that didn't even occur to us. But by chance, we ended up going to an Italian restaurant every Friday night, and it was like a ritual. and we just loved each other's company much more so than any of our friends. I mean, other like acquaintances.
Yeah, no, but that's nice. Yes, we really enjoyed hanging with them, and as we got older and late high school, we would still like do that as we loved that, and then maybe go out to a party or something and try to hook up with someone and fail. But yeah.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in
anyway,
Jersey or New York?
No, in Westchester, New York.
Is where we grew up.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's like there are a lot of couples. There are many couples who may have stayed in that a marriage that was not very happy, because it's like, well, it's been 39 years. What am I going to do now? But my mom, I think, was in more. This is kind of personal. I guess pain.
Yeah.
And really was unhappy.
Yeah.
And I think she finally felt that, like, I still have some more living to do, and I'd rather not feel this way. And so, I'm proud that she made that move, which was very bold, and which honestly has had some real, unpleasant consequences. It's just been a little bit of a struggle financially for her. But she made that decision, and I'm it is what it is, and I'm happy that she's happy.
And I think that that's a really interesting statement. Finances is always a big concern for like anybody. I think no matter how old you are. I mean, I'm 41, and like I left my teaching job to go back to acting full time in comedy and stuff. And like I am now like thinking, I'm like doing okay, but like, I chose the happiness over, not that I wasn't happy teaching, but I was like, there was a piece of me missing. And like you're saying, there's got to be, you have to live to your fullest potential. And I do believe that it doesn't matter how old you are to make life choices and change.
Yeah.
Right. So I think what your mom did is great. And I think all that, if there's anything that's a struggle, there's something bigger there for her to be able that I don't know. Like I've been a deep delve searching, if that's a freaking word, into how to fix things that will help me get to that next step, right? Yeah. And I think that it's great. Now, and so is she dating? Is she just
well, by the way, you've gotten a little lower in volume, right, Todd?
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, fuck. All right,
there. Good.
I got to put it right on my mouth.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I don't care.
But yeah. Well, anyway,
this is the closest thing my mouth is getting to in a long time after tonight. Oh, okay. So now, so she's dating.
But our dad is and has been for a while.
He got right on board with the dating.
Oh,
I mean, okay. and he, which is fine.
I mean,
he's
I'm not going to say anything that I'm going to regret, because now this is on YouTube. So he's dating, and he lives with his girlfriend, and that's great.
Well, okay. So you would consider yourself Reformed or conservative or Orthodox or not? I don't think you're.
Well, okay. So mine's interesting. Okay. We were probably Reformed to grow up with, but my wife is more conservative, so I've gone up a little in my observance or Jewish participation. So we do Shabbat dinners now, which is very sweet with our kids.
I love that, yeah.
Which is very nice, and it's been tough. I feel like. Never mind. I don't want to get into it, but there's this new anti-Semitism the last month or so has been very disturbing. So I normally am lighter and joke about it more, but just in the last, with Kanye and everything, it's like now it feels like, oh, this is serious and scary,
It's serious, it's scary. And I made a point. I wanted to do a post about, I always obviously say I have I have cousins who are Jewish. I have family members that are interracial. We have all different diverse backgrounds in our family, but I was raised Catholic, and then I kind of separated I don't want to say separated, but I don't practice. So, I've always been open to exploring other religions and spiritual beliefs, and Judaism was one of them. And when all this was happening with Kanye and all this horrible crap now, I have to say, Scientology, though, is not getting anything. and they have fucking rapists and murderers.
Yeah, there was that one.
Danny Masterson, and I'm thinking to myself, why? Besides Leah Remini, who sticks the fuck.
I was just going to say that. That was the. Yeah.
I was like, what? Really delving into that series the other day and what's going on with Danny Masterson's case about raping multiple women back in the early 2000s?
I haven't even followed it that much because it's not much that big in the news. You're right. I mean, it's a little bit, but.
Where are the hate? Like, and I was gonna like do a TikTok on it and say, where are the hate speeches for these fucking people?
That's kind of funny. It's like, hey, if there's gonna be hate out there directed towards
the Scientologists who are fucking killing people. And I think it's so crazy. And what I thought was funny was the bit that you guys did about
I think I know what you're gonna say.
About how
if Jews really ran Hollywood, we would be more successful.
I was peeing in my pants. I thought it was
thank you.
You're
thank
like, please
you.
let us know.
I know, please. If it's true, please contact us.
Please let us know. We'd love to be a part of it.
Yeah, and hey, back to, by the way, to what you said earlier, Michelle, I feel very much the same, where like I really chose, entertainment and comedy and over money or anything. I live very humbly, much less economically stable than I grew up. But that was a choice that I made that I'd like the career to move more, and I've always had a day job, but yeah. So, but I'm happy with that. I don't regret my life choices, or that I didn't pursue something that could just be more money,
because the money doesn't do anything. I feel like
I think so. I do think, especially with my mom and some of her financial issues, I think you do need a basic amount, because once you go under that, it becomes like, if it's tough to pay rent. It's tough to once you hit that level, I agree. Then it just is the law of diminishing returns thing. It just it doesn't make you happier. I know a lot of like really wealthy people who are really unhappy. Maybe it's an inverse relationship. Like, I don't know.
So with comedy, as we create from our lives, right? So like I create the dating component. I know there's like the little timer on the Zoom. If it runs out, we can always click back in, because this is the juicy part. I really wanted to get your opinion on.
Yes, juicy.
And I always I teach kids with special needs. I date men with special needs. That's the tag. But it's actually now I take a lot of when I do fall for somebody or have chemistry with somebody. Lately, it's not been dating. Like, I can't even get to the date with them. It's like the last guy before this guy was this Cuban producer who introduced me to my consulting producer, who's off the gig, who's off Divorce Diaries now, because I did a bad thing. Well, I didn't do a bad thing. I ended up having this friendship with the producer. This is going to sound bad. I ended up having the friendship with the producer who didn't want to produce Divorce Diaries, but introduced me to the producer, not my current producer. And him and I, the Cuban guy, I call him Cuban Leprechaun. He and I had this romance in LA, and it was romantic and it was amazing. And I thought that meant we were going to be together. And then I got home and he was like, no. And I lost it. And then he's like, create from it. And I did. And I don't think he liked that. So I put him in the act. I put him in my stand-up, and I don't think he liked that. He unfollowed my show. For months, we went back and forth. Yeah, screw him. And then the consulting producer dipped out.
Well,
I don't know why. He ghosted me.
He said to create from it, but then he was angry that he was...
Yeah, exactly. He said
you can't do that. He encouraged it.
He never said he was mad. He just he unfollowed, and then I blocked him because I was like, he's trying to fucking do something. And then months later, I dipped the No. The consulting producer dipped out. So after that, for months, I found my producer. The right match came along, and it was much better. But still, so I feel these connections with men who find me amazing at first, and they are attracted to that fieriness and the comedy, and then. I always want this connection to go into a relationship, but there's always a barrier. He was like, I don't have the headspace. You live too far away. He's always done long distance relationships. It doesn't work. And then I felt like he wasn't giving it a chance because we had such chemistry in person. Yeah. This new guy so when my friend who's the divorce rabbi and I have this chemistry, and I was like, why can't I find a sweet, sexy Jewish guy in New York? And my manager has been saying, he's like, you need a good Jewish guy. And I was like, these big, thick, I don't know what. I was like, all right, okay, I'll take whoever is
Whoever, just a nice person, whoever it is. Yeah.
But my manager's Jewish, so he was saying, he's like, a nice Jewish guy's gonna treat you right, you know, like, I don't know. I was like, listen, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
So then I literally was like, God, please send me somebody like my friend, the rabbi. And then, oh my God, this tall, dark, and handsome guy walks into Broadway Comedy Club. I literally have 4 people in the audience, including him. And I did the show. Thankfully, I feel like, let me do the show. It's like usually, and it was such a bad day because I felt low about myself. I'm like, how did I just have 50 tickets sold one place and I have 4 tickets in New York?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right? But then he was this beautiful gem of the night. He and I had like instant chemistry, locked eyes. We kept talking after the show, like Facebook Messenger and everything. Because I asked him, like, how did you find out about the show? I didn't know him. He was by himself.
Yeah.
He's like, I saw your podcast with the divorced rabbi. I've been following you. And I was like,
Wow.
are you Jewish? And he's like, yes. I was so excited.
Yeah.
And then I was like imagining our love and me, like him taking me to temple. Well, he tells me right away that he lives a kosher lifestyle, that he doesn't drive on Shabbat.
Okay, so he's quite observant. He's like Orthodox almost, or conservadox or something. Yeah.
Boom. So he's conservadox. And then so at first I was like, okay. And then in the back of my head, I'm like, is he even like, would he even date me?
But yeah, this is interesting because I'm so keep going with this because I kind of appreciate that he was being upfront early, but then it seems like he was misleading you. Keep going.
No, I know. It's a very
tough.
gray area.
Yes. So keep going. Yeah. So
then so I finally say something because we were talking for a couple of weeks texting, right? And he did like when I finally was like, you can text me on my phone, you know, because I was like, we were talking on Facebook Messenger all the time.
Okay, sure.
And then he's like, okay. And then he texted me, and then he was like, it feels weird to text on the phone. It feels better on Facebook Messenger. I'm like, what, you got a wife?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, why would that be weird? Yeah, keep going.
We also talk on the phone too. So okay. And then he's like, do you use WhatsApp? And I was like, no, married people do who cheat. Like I start like
so you're seeing But so you think he's married?
No, he's not married, but I think he's just there's some off things. But
there's some off things.
So this was back in like September, October. Then finally he's like, can I listen to more episodes of your podcast? Like go further back and listen to it. I was like, why are you asking me?
Of course. Yeah.
I said, and then the next day I said, I'm just going to say it to him. Because I was like, why isn't he just asking me out?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to get to the bottom of this because this chit chat now has got to stop. We got to go one way or the
For
other.
months. Yeah.
This was going on for like 3 weeks at this point.
3 weeks. Okay.
So,
still a long time.
So, but still, I was like, you're in or you're out, buddy.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, so why don't you just ask me out? Why are you asking me about my podcast? Why don't you just ask me out? He's like, I figured you were going to ask that. And I do really like you, but there's some things that we have to discuss.
Okay.
So then he was like, can I talk to you on the phone? I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, well, for example, like I don't go out. I was like, no, I know you told me you don't go out on Friday nights. Okay. He's like, but then food wise, I just eat. It's really hard. And I'm like,
yeah, it's limiting. Yeah.
But then I didn't care. I was like, whatever, go for a walk. I don't care. I'll eat kosher food. I'm open.
Yeah.
So then we decided to hang out on that Saturday night. I had to dog sit in Hoboken for my cousin, and I was like, oh, great, we can get I was so excited. So excited. I was going to buy new underwear. Not that he was going to see it, but I don't have any from the pandemic. I don't wear it anymore. It's a pain in the ass. Right. I'm not even joking. I went into Anthropology. I was going to buy a $23 pair of underwear. I was like, let me go back to the condo and take a breath because I haven't heard from him.
Yes.
And I know it's Shabbat. Yes. But he said he's gotten like on his observance levels when he was in the entertainment industry too. That's another thing.
Oh, interesting.
He was in the entertainment industry as like a and then he left. Oh no, he got laid off and he went to law school and now he's a divorce attorney.
Oh my word. Okay.
Oh, don't tell me this is not your divorce attorney friend. This is the new guy.
It's a new guy. Now, the other friend I have is a divorced rabbi. He teaches and he doesn't he's a divorce coach. He's
sorry, he's a divorced rabbi, not an attorney. He's just
but we're still with this guy. Okay, yes.
we're still on this guy. Sorry.
But like the rabbi is how he kind of connected with me, because when I posted the podcast, I did a lot of like Jewish divorce, Jewish singles. I was manifesting this.
Yeah.
So then before we even get to see each other, he writes me this long message, like right before, how he's like, I'm having anxiety about finding a vegan restaurant, and anxiety is not good. He's like, I just want to clarify what the expectations are. Like, I mean, when I tell you, if you picked a male version of me, but like worse with neuroses, I mean, I was like, what? But my stomach dropped, because I thought he would be so excited to see me. And he was like nervous. And then I wrote back, I'm like, what? And then he called me. I was like, look, I don't want to see you if you're anxious to see me. And he's like, no, I do. And it was like this big turmoil. So then he's like, if you don't want me to come, I won't. I'm like, no. Hold on. Click out and then click back in a second, because we're gonna lose our Zoom. So
wait, what do I do?
Just click out and then click.
I say leave.
Leave. I'm gonna send you a new link, because this is so juicy.
Do I check my email? Adam, would you forward it to me? I guess.
Yes.
Cool. Bye.